In the spring of 1965, Little Rock, Arkansas welcomed a child who would redefine the tight end position in professional football and the NFL for years to come. Born April 19th, Keith Jerome Jackson entered a world where his future greatness was yet unwritten. Standing at a powerful 6 feet 2 inches and 250 pounds in his prime, Jackson's physical presence would later intimidate defenders across the NFL's battlefields. In a city known for its struggles with civil rights, a young African-American athlete faced the challenge of rising above circumstances, armed only with raw talent and unwavering determination. The hallways of Little Rock Parkview High School became the proving grounds where Jackson first demonstrated his extraordinary athletic versatility. Dominating on both sides of the ball, he earned all-state honors as both a tight end and safety, a rare distinction that only 3% of high school football players achieve in any given year. His exceptional performance caught national attention, landing him on the prestigious 1983 Parade All-American team. Joining an elite group of only 25 offensive players nationwide recognized that year. Years later, in 2011, Parade magazine would cement his legacy, naming him to their list of top Parade All-America high school football players of all time, joining a group representing less than 0.1% of all players who ever earned Parade honors. When the University of Oklahoma called, Jackson answered with the fury of a champion. From 1984 to 1987, he transformed into the unstoppable force nicknamed Boomer Sooner. Over 4 glorious seasons, Jackson's Sooners compiled an astonishing 42-5-1 record, winning 87.5% of their games during his tenure. The pinnacle came in 1985 when Oklahoma claimed the national championship, with Jackson playing a pivotal role. Throughout his college career, he hauled in 62 passes for 1,407 yards, averaging a staggering 23.7 yards per reception, nearly double the typical 12-yard average for tight ends of that era. Each catch became a potential game-breaker, a weapon that defensive coordinators feared. The 1986 Orange Bowl showcased Jackson's flair for the dramatic on college football's grandest stage. In the battle for the national championship against Penn State, Jackson struck like lightning, snagging a 71-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Jamel Holloway. That single play represented 5% of his entire collegiate receiving yardage in one magnificent moment. His clutch performance helped secure Oklahoma's 7th national title, etching his name in Sooners lore. The accolades poured in: 3 consecutive All-American selections from 1985 to 1987, with unanimous recognition in both 1986 and 1987, a distinction earned by less than 5 tight ends during that decade. The Philadelphia Eagles recognized Jackson's transcendent talent, selecting him 13th overall in the first round of the 1988 NFL Draft. The investment paid immediate dividends. As a rookie, Jackson exploded onto the professional scene with 81 receptions for 869 yards and 6 touchdowns, accounting for approximately 25% of the Eagles' total receptions that season. His rookie receiving yardage set an Eagles team record that would stand for 20 years. The playoffs brought even greater intensity, as Jackson snagged 7 catches for 142 yards in a single postseason game, averaging an eye-popping 20.3 yards per reception when the pressure was highest. The league took notice, awarding him NFC Rookie of the Year honors and the first of what would become 5 Pro Bowl selections. But Jackson's greatest battle came off the field in 1992 when he challenged the NFL's restrictive Plan B free agency system. Risking his career and financial future, Jackson became the face of a federal lawsuit fighting for players' rights. The courage to stand against a system that had kept players tethered to teams for decades wasn't just admirable, it was revolutionary. When the courts ruled in favor of Jackson and his fellow plaintiffs, the decision forever altered the landscape of professional sports. The ruling declared Jackson an immediate free agent, opening doors not just for himself, but for generations of NFL players to follow. In a league where the average career spans just 3.3 years, Jackson risked everything after already playing 4 seasons, betting on principles over job security. Freedom earned, Jackson signed a 4-year, $6 million contract with the Miami Dolphins on September 28, 1992, approximately $12.5 million in today's dollars. Just 6 days later, he announced his arrival in Miami with authority, recording 4 receptions for 64 yards and a touchdown against the Buffalo Bills. Over 3 seasons with the Dolphins, Jackson amassed 146 receptions for 1,880 yards and 18 touchdowns, averaging 48.7 catches, 627 yards, and 6 touchdowns per season, production that ranked him among the top 5 tight ends in the league during this period. March 1995 brought another unexpected turn when Jackson was traded to the Green Bay Packers for a second-round draft pick. Initially resistant to the move, Jackson held out until October, missing the first 7 games of the 1995 season and forfeiting approximately $1.75 million in potential salary. The gamble proved worth it when Jackson found himself catching passes from Brett Favre in one of the NFL's most explosive offenses. In his final season of 1996, Jackson delivered 40 receptions for 505 yards and a career-high 10 touchdowns, finding the end zone on 25% of his catches that year. His contributions helped propel the Packers to a dominant 13-3 record and ultimately to victory in Super Bowl 31. Giving Jackson the championship that had eluded him for 8 previous professional seasons. On March 26, 1997, with the Lombardi Trophy secured, Keith Jackson announced his retirement from professional football. Over 9 remarkable seasons, he had accumulated 441 receptions, 5,283 yards, and 49 touchdowns, averaging 49 catches, 587 yards, and 5.4 touchdowns per season. His 49 touchdown receptions ranked 3rd all-time among tight ends at his retirement, placing him in the top 0.1% of all tight ends who had ever played the game. Perhaps most impressively, Jackson's hands were as reliable as they were strong, dropping fewer than 5% of catchable passes throughout his career, while converting approximately 75% of his red zone targets into touchdowns. The gridiron warrior from Little Rock had come full circle. The boy who once dreamed of football glory had not only achieved it, but had transformed the game itself. Following retirement, Jackson returned to Arkansas, becoming a radio commentator for Razorbacks broadcasts. His legacy extended to the next generation of Jacksons. His eldest son, Keith Jr., followed in his footsteps, playing defensive line at Arkansas before being selected by the St. Louis Rams in the 2007 NFL Draft. His younger son, Coylin, also played for Arkansas until injuries forced his retirement in 2021. Beyond family and football, Jackson's greatest achievement may be the founding of PARK, Positive Atmosphere Reaches Kids, a nonprofit organization serving inner-city youths in Little Rock. The program has helped over 15,000 at-risk children since its inception, with graduation rates exceeding 95% for program participants. In 2012, the NCAA recognized Jackson's extraordinary contributions both on and off the field, naming him a recipient of their prestigious Silver Anniversary Award, honoring just 6 distinguished former college athletes each year. From All-American to NFL star, from freedom fighter to community leader, Keith Jackson's journey embodies the triumph of talent matched with tenacity. His 441 receptions tell only part of the story. The true measure of the man lies in the barriers broken, the paths cleared, and the lives forever changed by his courage to challenge convention. The tight end from Little Rock didn't just play the game, he transformed it, leaving an indelible mark on football and on countless lives touched by his enduring legacy.